Did you ever play Ghost Recon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So the
we
Ghost,
together with the 2019 one.
did we play together? Maybe we did.
Yeah, I think.
I
Well,
know I played with Sam for a
I
little
think I
bit.
bought it to play with you. Maybe you never played with me because you're a douchebag.
It could be, could be. You know.
But here's
Uh,
the thing we haven't talked about with Alien in this episode: the chest
mhm.
burst scene.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, let's talk about that because Alien was the first horror movie I had ever seen, and that scene scared the shit out of me for like a good 6 months straight. I dreamed about that scene. So I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old watching it at my neighbor's house, and like we're watching and like the facehugger scene comes. Okay, cool. It jumped him. It's on him. Oh no, that's scary. Like it fell out of the sky, and then they go to the chestburster scene where um, I can't remember his name, but God, tip of my tongue. Anyways, so he's, the chestburster comes out, and I freaked out. My hands on my face, just clawing, like, oh my God, like it terrified the shit out of me. Like we turned off the movie. It took me a little bit to go back and finish that movie because it scared the fuck out of me.
That when you see something like that, because I was a kid when I've seen it too. It wasn't because I've at that point like I've already seen a bunch of creepy stuff. I've watched the blood come out of the elevator in what's that movie? You know what I'm talking about. Uh,
Yeah,
I
Shining.
The Shining. I've seen in Critters 2 where the critter eats the dude in the Easter Bunny suit inside out. I've seen maggots come out of meat and poltergeist. Like I've seen a bunch of sick stuff. But still, when you're seeing something like that and you're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, well, 10's not as bad. But when you're
No.
like 7, 5, 6, 7 years old, your brain does not know how to comprehend that stuff, and you're trying to
Mm-mm.
figure stuff out. And it's just a different. It's like a. It's it's just a weird feeling seeing that kind of thing. You know.
Yeah. Well, and John Hurt was his name, by the way. Again, rest in peace, John Hurt, who I always loved. But
Yeah, John Hurt. He was in Doctor Who. He was one of
yeah,
the. Yeah.
well, so what's crazy, and I'm sure if you're an Alien fan, you've read this before. None of the cast knew this was going to happen. Um, they were like getting to the scene, and they had basically the entire cast except for John Hurt leave the set, and John Hurt was put like on this like dummy body basically, and they brought everybody back, because they had basically gotten to the part where he was like having some kind of convulsion. So they had him come back, and he's like on there and everything, and they're like continue the scene. Everybody's reactions is genuinely real because they had no idea what was about to happen. They experienced that in real life. I would have lost my goddamn mind. Like it was that, and that's incredible when you watch it and you see the reactions being real. And I love when they do that in movies. I'm sure the actors get so pissed off about it, but for me, it's entertaining. You know, the scene where John McClane drops Alan Rickman,
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber, right off the building. Like they said, they were going to let him go on 3, and they let him go on. Yeah, and they let him go on 2, and so that was a genuine reaction from Alan Rickman.
Lana watched that with me the other day. First time.
It's a great movie, great Christmas movie.
It's I in December 1st or 2nd, I watch Elf and Die Hard, and that's how I kick off the holiday season every year.
Yep. Um, but yeah, that was a terrifying scene that left me having nightmares for a little while. But I did finish the movie probably a year later, and I've been in love with it ever since. It holds a special place in my heart, being the first horror movie I ever watched. Um, and I will never say no to watching that movie.
It's a good movie. I've
It
probably
is.
seen it 1,000 times, and I probably, I'm horrible with remembering stuff. It's just like
Mhm.
for some reason, some things I remember very specifically. Alien is not one of those things I remember specifically. Obviously, Adam does.
No, yeah.
Not me. Specific thing like Evil Dead, I remember things specifically. I don't know why. Die Hard, I'm sitting here watching it. I'm quoting it. My wife's looking at me like I'm weird because I'm quoting it before it's happening. Alien, I probably couldn't do that. I don't know why. Some things I can, some things I can't. I don't know. because I've seen Alien 1,000 times. I love watching Alien. I probably, if I'm sitting here, like if we're sitting here watching Alien, I'm probably like, oh, the scene's registering. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. But if like we're sitting here talking about it, I don't know I can't tell you exactly what's happening. So,
Yeah.
but uh, anyway, since we're just real quick, since we're talking first horror movie, uh, or first horror movie alone, Poltergeist, when the closet sucks in the house, that's what
Hmm.
made me afraid of closets and the dark. And to this day, I have to sleep with the closet door closed, and I'm afraid of the dark still.
That you came out of the closet.
41-year-old man.
Yep. Uh, yeah, sweet. And then I think
Just
really
like me.
the what?
Nothing.